Hello and welcome to Lantern Lane Stories. Tonight's story is Amazzonia and the Honorable Draw. Long, long ago in the great city of Rome, something enormous rose from the ground. It started in the year 72. The Emperor Vespasian looked at a wide, muddy valley near the center of the city. He said, "We will build something here that Rome will never forget." And so 10,000 workers began. They cut stone from mountains far away. They mixed concrete from volcanic ash. They lifted massive blocks with ropes and wooden cranes. For 8 whole years, the hammering never stopped. In the year 80, it was finished, the Colosseum. From outside, it looked like a giant stone ring, 4 stories tall. Its walls were pale limestone, cream-colored in the morning light. Arches ran all the way around, row after row, climbing up toward the sky. Inside, there were seats for 80,000 people. Think about that number for a moment. 80,000! Most cities in the whole Roman Empire did not even have that many people living in them. On summer afternoons, sailors would stretch a great cloth canopy across the top to block the hot sun. The canopy had stripes of red and gold. From far away, it looked like a second sunset hovering over the city. Below the sandy floor, there were tunnels and cool stone rooms. Gladiators waited there. They could feel the rumble of all those feet above them. In one of those tunnels, someone was getting ready. Her name was Amazzonia. Amazzonia had come to the Ludus many months before. The Ludus was the gladiator training school. It sat close to the Colosseum, close enough that on big game days, you could feel the crowd's noise through the walls. Every morning started the same way. Before the sun was fully up, Amazzonia was already awake. The training courtyard smelled of sawdust and damp stone. Other gladiators stretched in the cool air, shaking sleep from their arms. Then came breakfast. The kitchen at the Ludus was always busy. The cooks there knew their work very well. They knew that a gladiator's body was a tool, and a tool needed good care. "Barley porridge today," said the head cook, ladling out thick, steaming bowls. "And beans. Eat everything." "What about honey?" asked one of the younger gladiators. "Honey tomorrow," the cook said. "Beans today." After breakfast, the trainer came. His name was Marcus. He had a sharp eye and a very loud voice. He had been a gladiator himself once. Now he taught others what he knew. "Stance first," he would say. "Everything starts with your feet." He showed them where to put their weight, how to move without falling, how to hold the shield so the arm did not tire too quickly. He made them practice the same moves over and over for weeks until their bodies knew what to do without thinking. And then there was the doctor. Every morning the doctor checked the gladiators carefully. His name was Claudius. He felt their muscles. He looked at their hands. "Any pain here? A little in my shoulder?" "Rest this arm tonight. I will give you herbs for it." The gladiators at the Ludus ate well, trained hard, and were cared for every day. In many ways, their lives were like the lives of professional athletes today. They had coaches, they had cooks, they had doctors. Amazzonia was quick on her feet and calm under pressure. She listened to Marcus even when his instructions were hard. She never skipped a meal. She never skipped a training session. She was getting ready for something big. One morning, the message came. Marcus read it out in the courtyard. "Amazzonia fights today at the Colosseum." Everyone looked at her. Amazzonia said nothing. She went to the corner where her equipment was kept. Her shield, her short sword, called a gladius, her bronze shin guards strapped tight to protect her legs. She polished the shin guards until they caught the light. She checked every strap on her armor. She wrapped leather around her right hand carefully. The way Marcus had taught her, Marcus stood in the doorway. "Ready?" "Almost." She took a slow breath. The morning air smelled like pine resin and warm bread. A vendor nearby was already baking flatbread. The smell drifted over the courtyard walls. Who am I fighting? Achillia. Amazzonia paused. She had heard of Achillia. Everyone at the ludus had. Achillia was fast. Achillia was trained. Achillia never wasted a move. Good, Amazzonia said quietly. She meant it. A strong opponent would bring out her best. They walked through the city streets toward the Colosseum. Children pressed against the walls and stared. A fig seller called out something friendly. The great stone walls rose ahead, pale and enormous against the blue sky. They entered through a side gate and went down into the cool tunnel beneath the arena. The noise from above was already tremendous. The crowd had been gathering since dawn, tens of thousands of voices talking, laughing, calling to friends across the rows. Together, they made a sound like the sea during a storm. A horn sounded 2 long, low notes. That is our signal, Marcus said. Amazzonia walked toward the light at the end of the tunnel. The sand of the arena was pale yellow, raked smooth that morning in the bright sunlight. It almost glowed. Amazzonia stepped out. Rows of seats rose on all sides, curving up, faces everywhere, turned toward the sandy floor, and across the arena, standing very still, was Achillia. They were dressed the same way, shields, short swords, bronze guards on their legs. For a moment, neither moved. The judge in the center raised his staff. The crowd quieted. The fight began. Amazzonia moved first, a small step to the left, testing. Achillia watched her. Not the sword good? Amazzonia thought. She knows what she is doing. They circled each other slowly. The sand was warm under Amazzonia's feet. The sun sat on her shoulders. She kept her breathing steady. Slow in, slow out. Achillia feinted right. Amazzonia's shield came up fast, clash. The crowd made a sound, not cheering, something quieter, like a held breath. They moved together and apart, like a slow, careful dance on the sand. Achillia was exactly as good as everyone said. Her footwork was perfect. She never overreached. She never let her shield drop. But Amazzonia was patient. She waited. She watched Achillia's feet, not her eyes. Just as Marcus had always said, the shadows on the sand slowly shifted as the sun moved. Time passed. Both fighters were working very hard now. The crowd had gone very quiet. The old gladiators in the audience leaned forward and nodded slowly. This was something skilled, something worth watching closely. They fought on, until at last, both fighters stood still at exactly the same moment, both breathing hard, both shields still raised. Neither had fallen, neither had given up. The judge stepped forward. He raised his hand, palm down. A draw, an honorable draw. That was the judge's way of saying both fighters had shown great skill. Neither one was defeated. Both had earned honor today. The crowd erupted, not a wild roar, but something deeper, a long, steady wave of sound, the sound of thousands and thousands of people genuinely pleased by what they had seen. Amazzonia lowered her shield slowly. Achillia lowered hers at exactly the same moment. They looked at each other across the sand. Then both women walked off the floor. After that fight, someone decided to remember. A carving was made from marble. Marble is a hard white stone. It does not rust. It does not rot. A good marble carving can last 2,000 years. This carving showed 2 female gladiators. One was named Amazzonia. One was named Achillia. Above their heads, words in Latin said they had fought to an honorable draw. The carving was made in the 2nd century, about 100 years after the Colosseum first opened. Many centuries later, it was found far away across the sea in a city called Halicarnassus in what is now the country of Turkey. Today, you can see it in the British Museum in London. 2 real women, 2 real names, still there on the stone. That is how we know they existed. A stone can remember what no voice can keep. The Colosseum still stands in Rome today. Its great stone arches endure after nearly 2,000 years. Parts have worn away, parts have changed, but the shape of the giant ring remains. Every single year, more than 6 million people come to visit. They walk where the sand once was. They look up at the curving rows of seats. They try to imagine what it felt like to stand there when all those Romans were watching. Some of those visitors have heard the name Amazzonia. The stone in London still says what it always said. 2 fighters, 1 sandy floor, an honorable draw. The sun sets over Rome. The old stones turn amber and gold. City lights flicker on, one by one, and so Rome also slowly fell asleep. Good night.